Hey guys, it's Greg from East Coast Dyes, and in lieu of stringer tips today, I'm going to bring you another video on 2013 stringing. You guys all liked the other ones I was doing, and I think this one will be really interesting. So 24/7 Lax blog that blogs about lacrosse in Maryland. It's a Lax All-Stars blog. They posted an article about there was a scrimmage where UNC, Penn State, and Hopkins played, and they posted a bunch of pictures, which included pictures from of the kids' sticks. That really gives you a good idea of what some of the Division I players are using and what they're trying out in the fall to see what they like. So I'll post a link to the article down in the description. Check that out for sure. I like their blog a lot. So let's take a look at what they're using. So we've got a UNC freshman out of St. Paul's who's using what would appear to be an STX Professor with a mid-low pocket with what looks like an R8 channel and just two regular weaved cloth shooting strings that seem to be a couple rows down. So that looks like an interesting option. Moving into something a little different, UNC sophomore Jimmy Bitter, so Billy Bitter's little brother, is using an STX Superpower with just regular 10-diamond hard mesh with a 9-diamond top string. He skipped a row, did a weaved regular shooter, then right under it a nylon, then skipped another row and did a weaved regular shooter. So it's kind of an odd shooter setup with the regular shooter, then the nylon, then the regular shooter again. Usually the nylons are at the top. But it seems to be something that works for him. Looks to be just about a mid pocket. Then we've got something that I found to be really interesting. Penn State sophomore using a Superpower with ruby mesh. Now there's a lot of talk about ruby mesh and people hate it. I've strung it. I don't like it much, but it seems to work pretty well for him. It's got elongated diamonds, kind of like 20mm does. So this goes to show that bigger diamonds are going to help. Larger diamonds like ruby mesh, like 20mm, like 6-diamond, are really going to be helpful with the new rule. And he's got what looks to be a mid pocket with the ruby mesh and just one weave shooter up at the top. Then we've got Penn State midi using a Superpower with a nylon, then a straight right under it, then skip one, then a straight. I think this is going to be the most popular shooter setup in the NCAA this year. The nylon with the straight right under it, and then a space and a nylon. It's what I've got right here strung up on my CEOU. So you can see it's got the 9-diamond top, skipping a hole, a nylon, a shooter right under it, skip, and a shooter. And I think that's going to be the most popular shooter setup for 2013 NCAA. Then we've got a Hopkins freshman attackman who's using a Surgeon 10 with what looks to be a mid pocket, one nylon, and then it looks to be a rolled nylon between two rows, and then a straight shooter on one under that. So that's a pretty interesting two shooting string setup. Then a Hopkins midi using a Superpower with a mid pocket, a pretty long bottom string, just 10-diamond hard mesh with a 9-diamond top string. So he skipped one and then did a nylon, but this nylon isn't weaved. It's only got the string going one way, so it's just one string. So I guess that makes it hit off a little less hard and makes it a little smoother for him. And then a row is skipped, and it looks like then there's two weaved or rolled shooters, I can't really tell, cloth shooters stacked right on top of each other. So that's an interesting one as well. And then here is the one I found to be the most interesting. Hopkins senior attackman Zach Palmer using a Surgeon 10 with 10-diamond hard mesh and a 9-diamond top string, is using it looks to be a mid pocket, a really well-channeled mid pocket, which is going to be a key, a well-channeled mid pocket for an attackman or a midfielder that only has one rolled nylon, it looks like, and it's skip a row and then a half row because it's rolled, and that's all it is a nylon. So with the channel, it probably provides pretty good hold with a lot of snap off that nylon. So that's a really interesting setup. So I thought you guys would be interested to see all these setups. Oh yeah, one last one that I had was Let's see here. This one was posted on Lacrosse Unlimited's Facebook, and it's for Will Manny, who was a Tour-Down finalist and goes to UMass as an attackman. And you can see he's using what I'm going to suggest for most middies and attackmen is a pocket very, very similar to this one. It has a barreled nylon and a straight right under it, a skip and a straight. So like I said, the most popular with a 9-diamond top string. And it looks to be a really, really well-channeled mid pocket. So you can see it's very similar to this head, and the channel is very tight, and that channel is going to add that extra hold that you would have with a nice release off this shooter setup. So that's what it looks like he has in what I think is a Clutch X or a Clutch X6. It's hard to tell from the picture. With a really cool die from Lacrosse Unlimited. So definitely check that out. So I hope you guys liked this video. I'm going to try and bring you as many of these as I possibly can, show you guys different options of what other people are using so that you can try it. And I'll have some other ones coming up. So anyway, like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.